Hello students, how are you all? Hope you are all good and doing well. And today's class I am going to discuss about inflorescence. Inflorescence means group of flowers present on the same rachis, then that is called as inflorescence. Hope you all read about the flower. Flower means basically flower can be defined as the sexual reproductive part of the plant body, that is called as flower. If you take a plant, root, stem, leaf, remaining all, they will be considered as vegetative parts of the plant body, whereas the flower it is considered as a sexual reproductive part. Now, if you take the structure of the flower, the stalk of the flower it is called as pedicel, and on the pedicel you can be able to see an elevated structure that is called as thalamus, and on the thalamus you can be able to see four parts of the flower: calyx, corolla, andrecium, and gynoecium, out of which this andrecium and gynoecium they are called as reproductive parts, which are called as essential parts, whereas calyx and corolla they do not actually participate in reproduction, but they give protection and support to this particular andrecium and gynoecium. That's why they are called as accessory parts, additional parts. They just help, but they don't participate in the actual purpose of the flower, that is called reproduction. Now, if you take the inflorescence, such flowers, if there are many flowers, if they are present on the same rachis, then that is called as inflorescence. Individually a flower will be there. If many flowers they are present on the same rachis, then that is called as inflorescence. Hope I think I explained it clearly. Such inflorescence, it may be apical or it may be axillary, both the types of inflorescence you can be able to see. Whereas there are two main types of inflorescences are there. The first one is racemose type of inflorescence, and the second one is cymose. And of course, along with these two main types, racemose and cymose, there are other type of inflorescences are also there, a special type of inflorescence and mixed type of inflorescence. So altogether I can say four types of inflorescence. But you need to understand one important point: there are two main types of inflorescence, that is racemose and cymose. Now let us take all these inflorescences in a very detailed way along with examples, because you must be knowing about this point than the concept inflorescence, fruit. These topics may more examples are important than the actual concept, so focus on the examples more. Now let us take the first one, that is racemose inflorescence. Racemose inflorescence basically means the apical bud do not transfer into flower, whereas this flower produces flowers produced continuously in acropetal manner on the rachis, then that is called as racemose inflorescence. And this racemose inflorescence, it is again divided into six types. The first one is raceme, second one spike, third spadix, fourth catkin, fifth umbel, and sixth one is capitulum. Now let us take one after one, then you will understand clearly. The first one is raceme. What I already told you in racemose, racemose means the apical bud do not transfer into flower, and the flowers are produced continuously in acropetal manner. Now let us take these two sentences and we will explain this. Now let us take the first type, that is raceme. In this, see, देखो, this is a common axis that is called the rachis, whereas the main bud it is always, see, it's like not transferred into the flower. See, let us see, this is the apical region where the bud it is still there, like that this peduncle, I'm sorry, rachis, it keep on growing, whereas it is producing flowers down. See, either I think it is more clear. See, this is the apical region where these flowers are present in still in bud condition. आपको दिख रहा है ना? See, I think I can see it very clearly. Hope it is clear to you also. The apical region, it do not transfer into the flower, it remains as bud, whereas these flowers are produced in acropetal way. See, this is acropetal manner. Acropetal means inverted cone. If you take sometimes you will have ice creams, na, cone ice creams. In that you take the cone ice cream and you reverse it, then you will notice what is a acropetal shape. So hope you understood what is the meaning of racemose inflorescence. apical bud do not transfer into flower. See, this is a point number one. Point number two, flowers are arranged in a inverted conical shaped. That means acropetal shaped. Okay. Now, इसमें the first type is raceme. Raceme means the peduncle is elongated. See, देखो peduncle is कितना कितना बड़ा है, देखो see इतना बड़ा है. So peduncle is elongated, which consisting of stalked flowers. See, you can see stalks. You follow the arrow mark, you will understand. So these are the stalks of the flower. देखो, and here also I think here this diagram is I think very clear. So see इतना बड़ा stalk देखो, आपने देखा ना. So flowers are stalked, whereas the best examples are mustard and cisalpina. So these two are the best examples. And students, I'm again telling you this inflorescence topic में more you need to focus on examples, because examples will be asked as questions in your NEET exam. So racemose, hope you understood. Peduncle elongated, whereas this elongated peduncle consisting of this stalked flowers, then that is called as raceme. The best examples are mustard and cisalpina. Now the next one is spike. Spike means, please understand, raceme matlab peduncle elongated with stalked flowers. Now peduncle elongated but stalkless flowers, that means sessile flowers. देखो इधर देखो, here you can see. So this is elongated peduncle. Am I correct or not? This is elongated rachis, but these flowers do not have any stalk. आपको अब दिख रहे हैं ना clearly? At least I can see it very clearly. See, any of the none of the flower it is having the what do you call stalk. So stalkless flowers, that means sessile flowers. If they are present on this rachis, then that is called as spike. And the best example is Echinanthus. Okay, now let us take spadix. Spadix is really a kind of wonderful inflorescence, because see this peduncle is become fleshy. See, देखो इतना बड़ा हो गया because it is having lot of water content, so it becomes fleshy, where it bears only unisexual flowers. Unisexual flowers means the flowers either with androecium or gynoecium. For example, the flower it is there with only androecium, then that is called as male flower. Let us take another flower, the flower only with gynoecium, then that is called as female flower. So these type of flowers are called as unisexual flowers. Bisexual flower matlab kya hai na, the flowers with both androecium and gynoecium, then that is called as a bisexual flower. Hope you got my point. Now, this fleshy peduncle, it consisting of unisexual flowers. How? See, this is a very important point you need to understand. The female flowers are present at the bottom. See, female flowers comparatively little large होता है. When you compare with the male flower, female flowers are little big. See, देखो आप clearly दिख रहे हैं ना here. These are the female flowers. So comparatively with these flowers, they are big. Okay, whereas this sterile flowers are present in the middle. Sterile means they are not having the functional androecium or gynoecium. Then they are called as sterile flowers. And on top of it, see, देखो small flowers are there ना. These are small flowers are nothing but male flowers. So this is the arrangement of the spadix. Again, I'm telling you, this peduncle is what you call fleshy, and which bears unisexual flowers. This is point number one. And the arrangement of unisexual flowers also, bottom में female flowers will be there, top में male flowers will be there, whereas beach में you can be able to say sterile flowers. Whereas most important point, this inflorescence, it is protected by a snake hood like structure. देखो, see, it look like snake hood only na. This is a snake hood like structure which is called as spathe. Spathe is presence of spathe. It is one of the characteristic property of the spadix inflorescence. Okay, whereas the best examples for this is colocasia and musa. So these are the best examples. Even if you go to some what you call a marriage or some reception somewhere, these flowers, they are used for decoration. Actually, you must have noticed it. So hope you got my point. Now the next one, it is called as catkin. Basically, catkin means the peduncle is very weak. आपको you have to understand the first three inflorescences. Raceme also, next one is a spike and also spadix. These all three में, this is peduncle, rachis, it is straight, standing straight, but that means it is erect. Am I correct or not? Whereas in catkin it is not erect. See, it is falling down. See, it is falling. आपको clearly दिख रहा है इधर. It is falling down because peduncle it is very weak. So peduncle is weak, which cannot be able to stand straight. Then what? It falls like this, and it bears unisexual flowers. Either it may be what you call male flower or female flower, but they bear only one group of flower. That means either male flowers or female flowers. Then that is called as catkin. The best example is mulberry and acalypha. Acalypha also one of the best example. Oak also one of the decent example for catkin. Hope you understood catkin. Very simple. Peduncle is weak, which cannot be able to stand straight, and it bears either male flowers or female flowers. So that is called as catkin. Now the next one is umbel. This umbel, if you take, this rachis, it is condensed. See, this rachis, it is condensed. See, it becomes very small. Dekho, either this rachis, it becomes condensed, whereas the flowers are arranged like spokes of umbrella. See, umbrella mein case spokes rahega na, like that. This flowers are also arranged like their stalks. They are arranged like spokes of umbrella. Then that is called as umbel. The best examples are onion flower and lantina. See, lantina to roadside mein you can be able to see, it's a common flower. Onion flower to everyone must have seen. So these are the best examples for umbel. Whereas the very important one, it's my favorite one. That's why it became very important actually. So this is capitulum. Capitulum, I don't know what attracts from this flower. I really don't know, but this is my favorite flower. So capitulum, peduncle, it becomes flat. See, dekho, peduncle it became flat, which is called as receptacle. So peduncle it became flat and it is a receptacle, whereas this peduncle, it bears this flat peduncle which is called as a receptacle. It bears two types of flowers. What are they? These are ray flowers and these are disc flowers. So florets, actually these are florets. Okay, these are not flowers. See, बीच में, so exactly center में you can be able to see small flowers. इधर देखो आपका समझ में आएगा. So these are small flowers and these are present in the center and they are called as the disc florets. Whereas see periphery में, see this is the periphery. So here you can be able to see the florets are very big and elevated. So these are called as ray florets. So capitulum means they are characterized by the presence of two types of flowers. The first one is what you call disc florets and the second one is ray florets. Ray florets, they are present in the rim. That means around this particular what you call receptacle. Whereas exactly on the receptacle you can be able to see the disc florets. Then that is called as capitulum. Okay. Now, hope you understood, students. So with this, I completed the first type of inflorescence, that is racemose inflorescence. Okay, the 6 types I discussed with examples. So you must have understood. Now I am going to explain about cymose inflorescence. What I explained in racemose inflorescence, the apical bud never transfer into flower. It always remains as bud and it keep on growing. Am I correct or not? Hope you remember na, just 5-10 minutes back only I told, so you must have remembered it. Whereas cymose opposite, the apical bud is transferred into flower. See, there it don't transfer into flower, whereas here it transfer into flower. See, this is a way you need to remember. When you differentiate it, then you will clearly understand. Okay, and growth is arrested. Why? This apical bud, it is transferred into a flower na, that's why the growth will be arrested. Whereas there the apical bud do not transfer into flower, it remains as bud, that's why it keep on growing. So there in racemose mein, the peduncle it keep on growing lengthwise, whereas cymose mein lengthwise it do not grow. Okay, now again this particular cymose inflorescence, it is divided into cymose and actually cymose uniparous, and next one is Rhaphidium uniparous, and next one is I'm extremely sorry, I made a very small mistake. Cymose solitary, I used a wrong word, I'm extremely sorry for this. Cymose solitary, Rhaphidium, cymose uniparous, cymose biparous, and cymose multiparous. Okay, so these are the various types of cymose inflorescence. Now let us take one after one. Let us take the first one, cymose solitary. I'm sorry students, here I forgot to mention, this is my mistake. Otherwise just now I'll add then solitary. Okay, so now okay, so this is cymose solitary. Now only one peduncle on the peduncle, only one on the peduncle, only one flower will be there on the peduncle. See, this is peduncle, on that only one flower is there, that's why solitary. Basically solitary means alone, so only one flower it is there. The best example is hibiscus. You can clearly see also some demarcation is there and easily you can detach if you touch there in the demarcation. So if the whole peduncle it bears only one flower, then that is called a cymose solitary. The best example is hibiscus. Okay, Now, Rhaphidium means this is a monocacial cyme. All flowers are born on the same plane. देखो इधर आप Solanum nigrum the best example. So this is the inflorescence. Now all the flowers they are reaching to the same height. आपको आपको दिख रहा है ना? They are reaching to the same height. Then that is called as Rhaphidium. The best example is Solanum nigrum. And also next one is Cymos uniparis. Cymos uniparis means the main axis it ends with flower, and the further growth of the flower it is exhibited by the branches, that means lateral branches, and again it is of two types. The first one is helicoid cyme and next one is scorpioid cyme. Helicoid means I'll show you the diagram and then I'll explain, then you will clearly understand. Dekho, this is a peduncle where here the flower is there. Okay, now the further growth, now because this flower it is there, it stops its growth. Now the further growth it starts like this. Dekho beech mein sides may you can be able to see these flowers na? So like that, if the flower it is growing, then that is called as helicoid cyme. So all the lateral branches develops on the same side on the peduncle, then that is called as helicoid cyme. Scorpioid matlab dekho, this is a flower. Now it ends with the flower. This is the flower and the peduncle it ends with flower. And बीच से और एक आएगा. And इससे middle from this middle again, from this middle again, from this middle one more. Then this type of, that means I can say right angles to each other. I'm sorry, right angles nahi, zigzag to each other. I'm sorry, I used again the wrong word. So then that is called as scorpioid cyme. So this is about the uniparous what I call cymos. And next one is biparous. In the name itself it is biparous. Biparous, that means the main, this is a peduncle which ends with the flower, and the further growth, see देखो दो flowers आया, इधर इधर क्या है uniparous, एक ही flower आ रही है, that's why it is called as uniparous. दो flowers आ रहे हैं इसलिए it is called as biparous. See again it stopped, see either it is clear here than here, so I'm showing it here. Now again it ended up with one flower na. Now देखो और दो आ रहे. Now let us take this also transformed into flower, then और दो आएगा. So ऐसा two flowers will come, then that is called as biparous. And the best example is jasmine. Jasmine, one of the classic example for biparous. Okay, now the next one is multiparous. In the name itself I need not to tell, multi means many it comes arises from the peduncle, that means the main flower it ends with, I'll show you. So this is a main one which ends with the flower, and देखो many branches has come, है ना, many branches has come, and again it ends with one flower and many branches are coming like that, then that is called as multiparous. Okay, hope you got my point, students. This is a comparative account. Did you notice it or not? By seeing this you can clearly understand. देखो uniparous. Okay, simple cyme, which is next one is uniparous. This is helicoid. Helicoid means ऐसा एक and then it goes and then it goes and then it goes like this. And then scorpioid, देखो इधर main flower, and from the middle one more, from the middle one more. And let us take Rhaphidium. See all they reach to the same level, then this is called as Rhaphidium. And biparous matlab दो आ रहे, main flower it is there, and from this stalk you can see two, and from here two, like that two are there, then biparous. Multiparous means many are coming. So this is like a comparative account for your easy understanding. I pasted this image. Now let us take what is the difference between racemose inflorescence and cymose inflorescence. The main axis continue to grow, whereas the growth is arrested because the terminal flower it erases, whereas it remains as a bud. Whereas growth is indefinite, of course growth is definite. Whereas flowers are arranged in acropetal manner, whereas in this basipetal manner. So these are the differences between racemose and cymose inflorescence. Now with this we completed the main types of inflorescences. Now we are going to discuss about some other special types of inflorescences. Again, special type of inflorescences are of four types. First one is cyathium, verticellaster, hypenthodium, and cynanthium. So these are the four types of special types of inflorescences. Now this also we will take it in a detailed way. The first one it is called as cyathium. Cyathium basically means, see, bracts or involucre becomes fused. See देखो, these are all bracts. Now the bracts are fused to form a cup like structure. देखो इधर cup जैसे, either it is clear देखो. So these are all bracts actually, but all these bracts are fused. Because of their fusion they gives the appearance like a cup. सी देखो इधर कप लाइक अपीयरेंस आया ना. सो फॉलो माय, दिस इज एरो मार्क एंड फॉलो दिस, आपको समझ में आएगा. देखो कप लाइक अपीयरेंस आया ना. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. Whereas exactly in the center of this inflorescence, only one single what I call female flower it comes, only one single female flower, and even it becomes very lengthy. Kitna lengthy, it even comes out of the inflorescence. Whereas the single female flower, it is surrounded by many male flowers. Then this type of inflorescence only you are calling it as cyathium. Again I'm telling you, easy way I'll tell you. Bracts are there na, they are fused to form cup like structure. Point number one. Point number two, exactly in the center you can be able to see a single female flower. It is very big. Kitna big, it even comes out of the flower. Okay. And the third point, around this particular female flower, many male flowers are there surrounding it. Then this is called as cyathium. The best examples are found in Euphorbiaceae family. So all the Euphorbiacean family members, they all comes under this cyathium inflorescence. Hope you got it. Very very important one, you have to remember this. Okay. Now let us take second type of special inflorescence, verticellaster. Verticellaster, why to tell, because every day, almost every day you are seeing tulsi, and the tulsi only, it is example for verticellaster. Labiate family, every day you are watching, just behind your house or sometimes front of your house, you will keep tulsi na. That tulsi, it is the best example. See the flowers, it arises in form of a cluster. See it arises in form of dicacial, but it ends with monocacial. See it is forming like dicacial, इधर एक dicacial, but individual आप इधर देखो, it is like monocacial. आपने observe किया ना. Then this is called as verticellaster. This, every day common experience, almost every day, that too, this is a lockdown time, every day you must be seeing this. Okay. That tulsi only example for verticellaster. Okay. Now the next one is hypanthodium. Hypanthodium, you are eating, actually you are eating this what you call anjeer. I think I'm very bad in that. I think so, anjeer only. Ficus, this anjeer is the best example, you are eating it also. This hypanthodium mein, this peduncle is modified to narrow cup like structure. Dekho, narrow cup like structure. Okay. And in this cup like structure, you can be able to see at the base of the cup, female flowers will be there. See, base of the flower, female flowers will be there, and towards the mouth you can be able to see the male flowers. So and in the middle you can be able to see the what I call sterile flowers. So all the three types of flowers are present, then that's why it is called as hypanthodium. And the best examples are banyan, people, ficus, and these are the best example. Okay. So again I'm telling you, these bracts are modified to a narrow cup, and below you can be able to see female flowers, and above you can be able to see male flowers, and beach may you can be able to see this like a sterile flowers. Then this is called as hypanthodium. Now let us take the next one, that is Coenanthium. Coenanthium basically means, here it is formed like a cup, whereas here it forms like a saucer. Saucer means chai pita hai na aap log, then you can be able to say base a plate, and if the saucer shape mein, if it comes, if it elevates, then that is called as hypanthodium. And arrangement, everything, it is exactly similar to this hypanthodium. The only thing, either narrow cup jaise, and whereas here saucer jaise, itna hai, और कुछ difference ही नहीं है. Okay. Now the last type of inflorescence. So with this we are completing the topic inflorescence. Same what do you call it? Same inflorescence, it consisting of both the types of flowers, that means racemose and also cymose. Both the type of flowers are there, then that is called as mixed inflorescence. The best example is this what do you call it? Banana. आप खा रहे हैं ना, खेला खा रहे हैं ना, so that is a best example for the mixed inflorescence. Students, hope you understood. A very quick revision I have given. So it definitely help you, I think so. Still, if you have any doubts, obviously you are asking in the group, so you can ask any doubt in the group. Thank you so much.